carry on.
So I think we can take introduction later, since we know each other. So hi all, like this is Karthik and Sahana. Yeah, I hope you know us. So today's host again, it's going to be Nazir. So I think some of you had nice time last week. I missed it live, but I saw the recording. So it was like nice dialogues from the movies coming. So on special request from Kiran, we have Nazir again today. So Nazir is our Neo, right? What is that? Matrix. Yeah. Nazir, probably you can introduce yourself and yeah, you can begin the show.
Yeah, thanks, Karthik.
Nazir, before that, I would ask Karthik or Sahana to start with that gratitude message, anyone. And then, yeah, Nazir can take over.
Yeah, sure.
Sahana will do the gratitude message.
I'll take the honor to do the honors. So good evening, everybody. Happy Thursday. So before we do anything, let's be grateful for what we have. So just about 10 seconds, close your eyes and let's be thankful for everything that we have. We'll go specific. So thank you, God, for giving us all the health and the wealth that is required in the current situation. And thank you, God, for giving us a job that puts food on our table. Thank you, God, for giving us the right association and community to keep ourselves positive. And thank you, God, for helping us meet the person who helped open the doors of PIM. And thank you, God, for giving us an opportunity to speak in this book club today. And thank you, God, for helping us grow. So yeah, over to you, Nasir. Thank you.
Nazir, you're on mute, I guess.
All right. Yeah. So hi all, I'm Nasir. I have around 12 years of experience in IT industry. I'm from Bangalore. So I like to call Saurabh Sharma as our opening batsman. So he wants to talk on his strength. Let's see. Saurabh.
I hope I am audible to all.
Yeah.
Very good evening to you all. My name is Saurabh Sharma, and today I'm going to talk about my strengths. So, looking back an year, where I was and where I have got, it's completely different. I still remember that initially, when I was part of this association, there was a fear in me that what would happen if I make some mistake, I make some blunder. And I think I remember my first talk was very horrible. So over the time, what I did, I have improved one thing, my communication, that I have identified as a strength. There is a very big difference that I am seeing. 1 year from now, I was different at communicating, and currently it's different. Second thing is, I was very scared. I was very feared to go first or speak first, and I was always finding reason that, oh, I will do it later, call 1 or 2 members first, and after that I can go. But this association, this joining with this PIM, it boosted my confidence that yes, there is no harm, no fear in this, and you can initiate also. So the strength till now that I have identified in myself is I have improved in expressing myself. I have somehow taken command of my fears. I have started taking a little bit risks in my life, and most importantly, very lucky to be part of this association. So my strength is I have improved my communication and looking forward to share more strengths with you. So thank you, and over to you, Nazir.
Yeah, that's amazing, Saurabh. Thanks for sharing. So your dialogue is here. देखो, मैं सिगरेट नहीं पीता, पर जेब में लाइटर हमेशा रखता हूँ धमाका करने के लिए. So next, I would like to call Arsh. Um, so his topic is travel the distance. Let's see. Over to you, Arsh.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah. Raise your hands if you have ever listened to your grandmother's stories once in your life. Now, I remember listening to my grandfather's story just because he got inspired from my grandmother because of her telling stories to me. So one day, from out of somewhere, he just got me a story and he just narrated it to me. He told there was a mountain and there was a base camp. On the base camp, there lived a shopkeeper, and the base camp was 20 kilometers from the mountain. At the peak of the mountain, there was a temple. Every day, the shopkeeper thought to visit the temple. However, every day he avoided going there as he chose to do his shopkeeping stuffs. And he also thought that the temple is there. Yeah, the temple is just there. I will visit it any day. But in this manner, time passed and he got old. Then one day, out of nowhere, he just woke up and he got this urge to visit the temple. He was thinking that so many visitors come from far away places to visit this temple, and I, being a native person, I don't even know what is even there. So he stood up, took his lamp, went outside the house, and he started walking. While walking, he realized that the lamp is able to radiate the light only up till 2 meters from himself. And if that is the case, how will he travel 20 kilometers? And not even the temple is visible to him. So he thought, I'll come tomorrow when there will be sunlight and the path will be clear and I am visible to see the temple. He turned back and he went towards his house. While he was going to the house, he saw an old man. The man was carrying a diya in his hands and he was walking fast towards the temple. He was shocked. Out of curiosity, he asked the man, how will you will be able to reach the temple with that small diya in your hands? The old man wisely said, the diya is capable of radiating light up till the radius of my one step. And I know that for a moment, I can only take one step. So that's enough for me. Now, whether it is 20 kilometers or 200 kilometers, I will be able to travel the distance. Because for a particular moment, I can take a step ahead only. And that is enough. And in this manner, he left. Then my grandfather told me that there are some people who just wait for ideal situations to come. And they end up overthinking and they never travel the distance. While on the other hand, there's some people who take each step as the ideal step, not waiting for the ideal situation, and every moment they just move one step ahead. And in this manner, he just ended the story. And at last, he just told me one thing that, Arsh, if you are thinking that 1 rupee is easier to earn, then so is 1 crore. It's just that whether you have the guts to travel the distance or not. Because 1 crore is nothing but 1 rupee a crore times. Over to you, sir.
Thanks, Arsh. Very important learning and inspiring. So let me quickly share. रास्ते की परवाह करोगे तो मंजिल बुरा मान जाएगी. And I have a bonus dialogue for you. ये explain बहुत अच्छा करते हैं.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah, no problem. I think next, Shashi, would you like to go next? Shashi is there.
Not yet.
Okay. Then maybe Karthik, would you like to go next?
Yeah, sure, Nazir.
Yeah.
Maybe Sahana will go first and then I will go.
Okay.
Hello, everybody. We missed Nazir's hosting last week. We were very excited to see the recording, and while we were making the video, the highlights video, I was so excited. It looked so colorful, you know, all the Bollywood actors, the old, new, everyone was there. So congratulations, Nazir. You've brought in a new flavor altogether to the book club. So I'd be talking about passion, and maybe my story that I'd share would help you find yours as well. And I just an example, if we take Growth Express or PIM or any of us, so usually, you know, I mean, there are so many skills out in the market, but we all want to, you know, specialize in everything, but it actually practically doesn't happen that way. So if we see PIM at Vijay's, niche or passion, he's someone who's more on the effective communication coach. So if we take Kiran, then he's like a career coach. And if we take Karthik, he really wanted to be that. I mean, it comes naturally with for him, you know, to be a relationship growth coach. So like that, similarly, while I was trying, when we joined PIM, there were multiple other, you know, I could say areas where we could actually focus on. And since I already had a background of sports, like back in school and college, so I automatically had the inclination towards health. And I even did a lot of videos about health and started promoting, and you know, because it's important, right? Health is something that is, it's very very basic. So I started doing that. But then through course of time, when we understood that, you know, it takes one thing to be specific about, I started digging in deep, and I started reflecting to understand what actually I mean, what actually comes very naturally for me. And I started pursuing on hair and skin. And this happened because, like I said, I was reflecting and I wanted to know what I enjoy the most, because that's when it becomes passion. Otherwise, it just becomes a job. You know, there is a quote as well, right? If you really like to do what you work, I mean, if you really like what you're working on, you don't have to, you know, actually struggle every day or struggle any day. So like that, slowly I started moving, and then so basically, yes, you know, spoke to one-on-one. I mean, I took a one-on-one coaching with a mentor who already was in a part of the health community. She was like Rashmi and Prakshal. They have even visited our book clubs back in 2020. So I spoke to them and they helped me dig in through what actually I'd be able to pursue through the rest of my life. And if we see, if we take, it shouldn't be like you know, I'm bored of it or anything like that, or it shouldn't be like something that is just like an hobby. And because for me, I have multiple hobbies. I do a lot of DIY stuff, painting and all of that, but that's not something that I would really want to pursue on a daily basis. And I started taking specialization with respect to hair and skin, with particular hair and skin problems, and I was able to help more and more people. And actually, through time, we were able to monetize it as well, because people look for help, you know. And if you take any MBBS doctor, would you, if you had a problem, maybe say you had someone had a heart problem, so would you go to a general physician, or would we would usually go to a cardiologist, right? So it's, that is why it is important to pursue your passion in the field where you think you can deliver your best. And it's more of being enjoying and more of something that you, that will help, I mean, that you'll be able to help others naturally. And I'd also like to say this. I was talking about Biba a couple of weeks back. That was Meena Bindra. And I actually missed to add this point, but I thought I'll take it now because she, I mean, after so much of growth in Biba, can you believe even to this day, she only does the designing of the clothes and nothing else, not even the size, not even the color, nothing. But she only does the designing because that's her niche area. And if you work on your niche area, it's very, very easy and very I mean, I would say it's not, it will not complicate your life that much. And you will be more happy doing what you are doing. So that's what I wanted to share. So so if you, I mean, you should be satisfied with what you do and what you work. I'm sure at least 80% of us here, you know, work for a job because we need to do it, but passionately doing it makes the difference. So some people are very passionate about technical knowledge, some people are passionate about skills, or you know, training, HR trainings or something like that. So even if you take your trainings, it's more streamlined to one particular topic in one session. They won't barge you with communication skills, emails, etiquette skills, your eye for accuracy, your other any other trainings together in one. They actually streamline it. So likewise, please sit back, think about it, what you like, what you enjoy the most. So it will be helpful for you to in the long run. You wouldn't regret working on your passion. So yeah, that's what I have to share.
Thank you, Sahana. So it was a very important tip, like concentrate on your niche skill. So I'll share your demo. Then I think maybe Karthik can go next. So I have two demos. You're able to see, right? Yeah. One is for the passion and one is related to the problem you solve. So believe you can and you're halfway through. And next one is hair loss nahi, identity loss हो रहा है हमारा. Yeah, over to you, Karthik.
Thank you, Nazir. It was a good one. So yeah, in continuing to her talk, I mean, I changed my topic, right? I was thinking I have to talk about passion. So I think you can spotlight me, Nazir, if possible.
I think you're spotlighted. I can see.
Yeah. So if you are working in office, so especially when it's time for your appraisal, so what is the hot topic? Okay, kitna hike mil gaya? Okay, so if I get less hike and if my teammate also gets less hike, I'm still happy. But if he gets less and or he gets more than me, you know, like those discussions are very common and hot, right? So usually in my career, I have got only one hike per year. So I don't know if you have got more than once or multiple hikes in a year, or some companies give multiple. I don't know much of it, but this year I got two hikes actually, that too in 2 months time. So it was a very surprising thing. So usually appraisal happens in April, May time, and July is a month where we get the first hike. And when I went to vacation and came back on Monday, I got another email. I raised another hike. I was like, oh, when did this come? Because it was like never expected. And yeah, like the first hike was also a double-digit percentage, and this also was much more than that. In addition to the July's one, I was scanning through the mail and PDF 2-3 times whether it is old one or new one. Okay, so like because why I never expected this, frankly speaking. So I kept working. I mean, it's not like I did something extra or something more or something less. I had been doing the same work, but the way I presented it started changing, right? So I mean, the credit actually goes to this PIM and book club community. since the last year I've been joining and I've been learning so many things. So, and my focus was always like whenever we speak to Kiran, like, right, like Growth Express is coming up. Kiran is setting up this website, and Growth Express is like you. Actually, if you see the vision of PIM, Growth Express is like a mission, right? To achieve that vision of PIM, so we are forming Growth Express so that it will combine passionate folks, okay, in communities, right? So we were more concentrating on that and finding my niche area, finding my passion area, and growing every book club we see, like we all are growing, right? Every book club. So we are focusing more on this, building the brand, reaching more, impacting more people, and building our brand also. So when I was focusing more on that, so like subconsciously I was implementing all these learnings. I'm sure you would have experienced if you are with us, like Saurabh was sharing, right? So like subconsciously I was implementing this in workplace also. But I never expected like I have to get hike or I have to make more money in my job. So that was not there. So like it was like the same work, but see, starting with PIM, we started with leadership series. I have implemented it. Failure series, implemented it. Handling your boss, handling your self-image, subconscious, then what not. So many topics we have done around communication, around leadership, around relationship. I mean, what not is there? I mean, we have covered almost from the past 2 years so many topics and so many things to implement, right? I mean, if not 100%, but still, and CR was a complete game changer, I have to say, right? It helped me realize where I am and what kind of a person my manager is, right? So definitely, if you want to get hike, your manager plays a significant role, right? So understanding my manager, how he acts, how he behaves, and what he needs, when he wants, what he doesn't expect. So so many these small nuggets, right? It matters a lot. I can't pinpoint this one helped or that one helped as such, right? So, and we have seen testimonies like Kiran got triple digit percentage hikes. Sasi got so many good hikes. Like I'm not, I'm my next aim is for triple digit percentage. But yeah, so like, when all these people are growing in the community, definitely we are part of it. And it's like this Growth Express training is moving on, right? We have to just board it. We will definitely move. We'll definitely grow. Just need to keep implementing the learnings. And yeah, like I would say, this is just a byproduct. I mean, if not for BM, it would have been the only product. But since we are focusing on something huge and creating an enterprise, so this became a byproduct, and this became like a small perks of life, and I would say. So I definitely thank you so much, Kiran, and you all for this community.
I see a lot of party messages. I'm the happiest. Husband gets extra salary, means wife is to be happy.
You should ask party to Sahana.
Yeah.
Definitely, I think we should. It's time for a meetup.
Yeah, I think Sahana is the finance minister of home, so you should ask her.
Yeah, correct.
Home Minister, Finance Minister, all ministers.
But the OTP comes to me.
Yeah, thanks Karthik for sharing this, guys. We understand the importance, like how we work with the manager, and I'm feeling very jealous about you. I just remember one instance when I got twice increment in a year. So in my first company, we had 2 cycles, Jan and July. So as per your joining, you will get. So I was lucky they decided to make only one cycle for all employees. So I was fortunate to get twice in a year. Yeah. So
Yeah, I
for
actually wanted to add one more point. I mean, that's a CAR and all this investment, right? It is like only one-time investment, but the returns we are getting, right, is every month. It's like you buy phone once, but you pay your mobile bill every month. So our investment was once, but we are getting returns multifolds. Like every month we are going to get it. And the second hike also was very confidential because I hope my manager was nobody is there, right? So it was like only 1 or 2 people got it. I don't know who else got or they really got it. So today my teammate was asking, I don't know who got this. Did you get? He was asking. I said, no, I didn't. Okay, thank you so much. Over to you, Nazir.
yeah, thanks Karthik. So it's time for your dialogues. So
Better cut Karthik's recording before he post it publicly.
yeah, we
No,
need.
this is completely unlisted.
नोट का मालिक बनने के लिए उसे कमाना पड़ता है. And
Thank you.
yeah, and one more actually. So related to your passion. So you are like a relationship master, right? So प्यार में जुनून है, पर दोस्ती में सुकून है. And for our Bunty and Bubbly of this book club, ये वर्ल्ड है ना, इसमें दो तरह के लोग होते हैं. एक जो सारी जिंदगी एक ही काम करते रहते हैं, और दूसरे जो एक ही जिंदगी में सारे काम कर देते हैं.
How cute Bunty और Bubbly.
Oh,
Thank you, Nasir.
Yeah, you're welcome. So now, Nikhila, are you there? If you want to go next, learning from a movie. So very excited to know which movie you are going to share learnings from. She's not there, or
I think Nikhila is there, but I'm not sure whether if she's
okay.
in better network connectivity. We can move on, Nasir, I think.
Okay, then do you want to have introductions now for the new joiners?
Oh yeah, I think we do have
Yeah.
new ones, right?
Yeah, so 1 minute, I'll just share. तो पिक्चर अभी बाकी है दोस्त. कितने आदमी है आज इंट्रोडक्शन के लिए?
Nice.
Yeah, you can. Over to you, Kiran.
Okay, awesome. Great. Thank you so much, Nasir. In fact, you're really having a lot of fun. And you're making book club so much of fun. Truly fun. I'm enjoying a lot. I don't know about others though, but I can see the smile in the faces though. So I think that people are enjoying. So great. Awesome. So guys, people who are new, who have joined for the first time to the book club, you can maybe unmute yourself and also show your face and introduce yourself, your name, your profession, maybe where you're joining from, and if at all someone invited you. So I know there are a couple of few people who are new. Satvika, Kavya Anjana, Hima. I don't know if Hima is new. Vinod, if you can hear me, guys, you can maybe unmute and share your introduction. I'm not sure whether they can hear anyone.
Hi, folks.
Okay, Venki. Yeah, Venki is also
Yeah.
there. Go ahead, Venki.
Good evening to all. Hello, I am audible.
Yeah, Venki, you're audible. Go ahead. Yep.
Yeah, this is Venkatesh. I'm working in Cognizant Technology Solution as a program analyst. At present, I'm working on SAP above technical module. As one of my best seniors suggested to join book club, it is good for our future to learn more things. That's the reason I'm joining. I'm really enjoy this book club to learn. I hope to learn new things in this club. I hope more than seniors to me here.
Absolutely, Venkatesh. So Venkatesh, did your senior gave you this link, or you found this link in Meetup?
Yeah, one of my senior gave this link. Srikanth,
Srikanth, which Srikanth? Yeah, is our Srikanth or a separate Srikanth? Acha, good.
Yeah. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, Venkatesh.
Yeah.
Glad to have you.
Yeah.
Great. So we'll move to another introduction.
Yeah.
Kavya and
Yeah,
Jana.
I will go next. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm Kavya, and now I'm currently working as an DevOps engineer in VMware Private Limited. I have joined this through the invite sent by Srikanth.
Oh, that's awesome. Great. Good to have you, Kavya. What is your one expectation do you have? Why did you join?
To learn and explore new things.
Amazing. Awesome. Glad to have you, Kavya and Jana. Thank you so much for introductions.
Thank you.
Great. Do we have Hima, Ambika, and Keshav? Anyone? You can also unmute yourself, introduce quickly. Ambika, if you can hear, or Hima, Keshav, anyone?
Yeah, hi all. I'm Keshav. I'm working as an associate software engineer at Presidio. I too was invited by Srikanth, and I'm looking forward to learn a lot from this.
That's lovely, Keshav. Thank you so much for introducing yourself. Hope you'll have a wonderful journey ahead. Anyone else? Vaishnavi, Shri. There are a lot many new people today. I hope you guys can hear my voice. Vaishnavi, Shri, or Ambika, anyone? Or we can move ahead. Okay, I think there could be some network issues.
Hi, hello everyone.
Satvika, is it?
I'm Satvika. I'm still in graduation.
Awesome. And who invited you, Satvika? Where did you find the link?
Even
Satvika, can you?
Hello.
Yes, Satvika, go ahead. No. Who invited you, or where did you find it?
Srikanth bro invited me, bro.
Awesome. Good to have you, Satvika. Thank you so much for the introduction. Great. All right. Anyone else is there? Did we miss? In case I've missed out, guys, if you are available, maybe you can unmute and share, or else you can just message me or Nasir. We'll invite you in between and maybe you can introduce yourself as well. Ambika has unmuted. Yeah, Ambika, go ahead. Yeah.
My name is Ambika and I'm studying third year CS Boys. I was also invited by Srikanth.
Lovely. That's lovely, Ambika. Thank you so much for joining. I'm sure you'll have a wonderful time.
Thank you.
Great. All right. Good. I think we are done with the introduction. So guys, if I missed anyone, please message me or please message Nasir so that we can invite you for the introduction. Over to you, Nasir.
So we don't know to explain what PM this time. You already covered it.
We'll carry on, Nasir. Maybe while we while I speak or something, I'll just quickly introduce.
Yeah, okay. So next, I think Uma can go. So finding aim of life is important. So we all wonder like what is the aim of life. Let's see what we can learn from Uma.
Okay. Hello everyone, and thank you Nasir for inviting me. So first of all, before going ahead with my topic, I would tell you something about what Karthik has said. He has talked about how career impact report has helped him. So I would also like to share my experience. So when I did my career impact report, my biggest flow of my personality was the perfection. So I was always trying to achieve perfection, whatever I was doing in my office or in my videos or whatever. So I was delaying so many things, and after doing that report I came to know about this weakness, and now I'm trying to do the things. I'm thinking, okay, if it's not perfect, it will be next time, but doing task is important before making it perfect. So due to that, I am doing a very productive task in my office, and also I have created 2 series videos. So that is how CIR is helping me. Okay, now going ahead with my topic, why finding aim in life is important. So before giving any points, I would like to share a story first of my experience. So a few years back, I was very much depressed, and I have shared this story before. But I have done all the things. I had counseling. I had a very motivational sessions also, so many things. But one day I realized that I found some symptoms of depression uh, from my sister. She was also facing some similar situations or similar symptoms what I was facing. Then I took her to my counselor, and she diagnosed that she's also have of initial level of depression. So after that I was thinking, why did that happen? Because my sister is very joyful person. She is very live life to the fullest kind of person, and if she is depressed, then something might be very wrong. So I talked about her with my counselor and all, and after some discussion she came to a conclusion that she is considering you as a role model. So my sister is always like this, that whatever I want to do, whatever I want to achieve, always she follows me in every path. So my counselor's analysis was, because she consider me as a role model, subconsciously she is also facing whatever you are facing, because you are depressed and she is in close touch with you. She is also facing such situation. So it was very sad, because I was depressed. I had no clue how to handle that. But due to my illness, my sister was also feeling the same. So at that point I realized that coming out of depression is not required only for me, but it also required for my sister, because if I will suffer, she will also suffer. So after that, coming out of that phase was very challenging for me, or very motivating for me, because it was not for me, it was for my sister. So that was my aim. Why should I come out of that phase? Because I care about her so much. So that helped me to come out of my depression. So after some time, when I was reading this book Ikigai, I found why it happened. Because I read so many stories there, that there was one mother who was who was feeling like doing suicide, but she felt that she is living for her son who is paralyzed. So that was her aim of life. Then there was a doctor whose wife was dead, and he was very depressed. Then uh, uh, counselor make him understand that for her he should live, because his aim was to make his wife make his wife's pain very less. So aim could be very small, for example, for living for your family, or for your son, or for your sister. So aim can be small or bigger, but when you have aim, you can face any situation, you can face any struggle, whether it is big or small. And after reading this book, I realized that for everyone there is a aim, and we don't need to create them, we just need to find them. So I was thinking about what is my biggest aim in my life. So I was always thinking about that I want to inspire people. I want to inspire village girls for education, or for following her dreams. Then I want to inspire those who are demotivated, who are depressed. So after thinking on that topic, I found that my aim is to motivate people. My aim is to inspire all those girls and their parents who are not able to get a chance of education, or following their dreams. So after that, whatever I'm doing, I think twice that my actions are according to my aim or not. So aim in life is something like, petrol in vehicle. It cannot go further if you do not have aim in life. So that was all from my side. Thank you, Nasir.
Yeah, thank you, Uma. Very well said. Like sometimes we don't live for only for ourselves, but we have to live for the people who matter in our life. It's time for your dialogue. कहते हैं अगर किसी चीज को कोई दिल से चाहो तो पूरी कायनात उसे तुमसे मिलाने की कोशिश में लग जाती है. So next, I think Divya is there. Divya, you want to go next? Passion, one or many? So
Can Abhisri go first?
okay. Yeah. Abhisri, like, why should you start with the why? So you want to go?
Hello, everybody. I'm. Is she audible?
Yes, yes. She's on.
Hi, everybody. So I'm Abhisri. I'm Divya's daughter. I am in the 9th grade and I'm 13 years old. I actually sit with my mom and listen to the class, this book club. I don't listen all the time because I have to sleep. And so today I want to speak about why, starting with why is important. So definitely the first thing when you say why you start with why is because of long-term success, long-term results, probably long-term pretty much anything. For example, maybe I feel majority of you will know what Shark Tank is. So if you don't know what Shark Tank is, it's basically a reality show where young entrepreneurs are given a chance to pitch their ideas to potential investors who are called sharks. And if they like the idea, they will invest in it. So majority of people are chosen, are given offers because of their spirit and mostly their whys. So people marry whys in the business world. So that's another topic. So most importantly, why whys are important is because you need to know your why for proper decision making, for having a clearer mind, and especially if your whys are fuzzy, your whats and hows, they just don't matter at all. It won't count. So I'll use another example here. For example, you're in your college age, 21 or 18, and you come down to 2 colleges, both of them in your budget. They have great facilities. And so how you differentiate between the two is normally you go for which one's cheaper or which one has better facilities or all that stuff. But instead, if you choose which one you think has a clearer sense of why, you might find at least a 30% difference between the two in their teaching, in their motivation, in most probably everything. Because they have a clear sense of why. So if you don't know your why, you can use the the golden circle. Why, how, what? It's flipped right now. So as I said before, the core is why. So without your core, this would barely live, like the nucleus in a cell. If the nucleus is dead, the whole cell is dead. It's like trash. So I want to end this little speech with a quote by Sadhguru. Once you are clear about what you are doing and why, others' opinions will not matter. Thank you.
Wonderful. I am speechless. It's amazing the way you talk. And it's very difficult to believe you're just 13-year-old. So I'll give you one bonus dialogue for you. I'll repeat. So first dialogue for you. कहीं पे पहुंचने के लिए कहीं से निकलना बहुत जरूरी होता है. And another dialogue for your explanation. क्या ये explain बहुत अच्छा करते हैं.
Okay, nice. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Thanks for giving her a chance. She was so inspired by all of you talking about the books, reading the books, and she said, I want to talk. I said, fine, why not?
Yeah, it was worth.
Yes. Okay, now it's my turn. Today I'm Divya Chekka. I would like to talk about the point which we have ended last session about your small passions from your childhood. So I named my topic passions, many or one. So for this, I want to talk about my journey until here. So when I was like 7-8 years old, it seems that I was not having good appetite, and so somebody suggested my mom to put me in a swimming class, then I will be good. I don't know about the appetite part, but I was definitely inspired. I thought I saw all the people and I was competing, and then I won good amount of competitions, and I thought, okay, I'm going to be the next national swimmer. This is my passion. Then afterwards, slowly it came down. As I grew up, it came into a hobby and then finally disappeared. And then I found some interest in singing. That became my passion. And then I started taking singing classes and then instrument classes. Then I thought, okay, yeah, the same thing repeated. Then again, it also drained down into a hobby. And then at my 11th and 12th, I wanted to become a software engineer. Looking at my cousin, I was so jealous. He went to US and I was like, okay, no, I also want to go. So I took commerce, but I don't know how to go into software engineer. So I figured out some computer courses that were available at that time. And then I went into it. And 1 year it was superb and I understood everything. Slowly it became a challenge. And again, I thought, okay, this is not my passion again. And afterwards, okay, everything slowed down. I completed my bachelor's, then I got married. I went into US. Once you go into US, you know, automatically you want your career. So I worked for 6 months in travel industry, then retail industry, and then banking industry. Didn't find my passion anywhere. So then I came back to India, and slowly I saw people around me, totally different mindsets, and I thought that I'm going to learn about people's mindset. And then I did my MSc psychology. Even though it's distance, I stayed at home and I completed it. But when I started implementing all my techniques, what I learned on the people, they fired back. So I thought, okay, this is not my passion. So I took back my step from there too. Okay, then again, I saw this holistic living and then try to be a better person on all emotionally, mentally, health-wise, fitness-wise. And then I started learning about that part. But that also involved something. in it, like where you're actually having to understand this person carefully, completely, the system and all. And then again, the small fear started. And then I thought, okay, maybe this is not my passion again. But looking back, if I'm not in this group, or I have not listened to Vijay's classes, the passion classes, I would have thought all this, what my experiences I was there, it was like a waste of time. I have wasted a lot of time. But listening to the class last time, I have realized that he told, like, even for him, it took 13 years in order to find his passion, like where he is good at. So when I look back now, looking at that, I have experienced a lot of stuff. Like I always liked talking to people, new people, like making new friends or trying to share whatever I know. And so if that point of view has changed, and I'm looking at my experiences now totally differently. So it is like from many, you try to find one. So it's like picking that small parts from each of my experiences. So I don't know if I still found my one, but still I'm on the path to find my one. So that's all I wanted to share for today. So its passion is from many coming to one. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Divya. So it was very interesting, and I think we all face this challenge, identifying the passion, everything. Like someday we feel okay, see someone doing something, we'll feel okay, I can do this. I'll be better than that person. So yeah, so it's time for your dialogue. So it is simple to be happy, but it is so difficult to be simple.
Yes, very true.
Next, Kiran, would you like to go next?
Oh, me, is it?
Yeah.
Cool. I think there's so many wonderful talks people have covered. I won't take much time, but yeah, people who are new, who have not heard of who we are, I'll just quickly give you a recap of how did we got started. Just 1 minute recap, and then I'll go with the talk which we prepared. In fact, the whole idea of this book club and everything started 2 years back, and it was not that key. We have never done all this book club kind of setup. We used to be part of this kind of community almost 4-5 years back. Even Karthik was a part of community. I was part of a community. We have always been part of this growth community. It was ingrained in our habit, but we never thought of coming in public so that we can expand it in kind of an enterprise. And 2019 was a timeline where Vijay and most of our coaches came back, and we realized how can we add more and more value to people. So we started with YouTube Premier channel. So yeah, most of you were thinking, right, how do you get started? Let me tell you how PIM got started, how PIM is currently running. Many people of us, around 3-4 people, Vijay was the speaker. And what we used to do, Vijay, we used to take, there was a guy called Vishwanetra who used to do a lot of hosting. Few people might have observed Vishwanetra. So Vijay used to go to Vishwa's home, and we used to go to his place, and we used to record Vijay's talk. And we used to speak around a green screen, and after recording a normal, very average photo shoot, if you just go to the YouTube channel, you'll be just laughing. Oh, this is how it started. You'll literally laugh. PIM, this is how it started. Oh God. And we used to record it, and Vijay used to speak. After Vijay speaks, we used to edit the videos. In fact, before that, we used to go live. We used to do a lot of YouTube lives, where Friday night 9 p.m. or something, we used to go a premiere live, and many of the coaches used to speak all those talks. And that was in such a funny way we all started. We had no clue, to be honest, how to even implement. We all wanted to create some impact. We wanted to create a brand for ourselves. So we used YouTube. From that till today, the kind of tools, the Growth Express, the Sahana stock, Vijay's coming with courses, professional payment gateway, and PIM, coaching, mentoring, CIR, effective communication workshop. My God. In fact, the way I think it gives me goosebumps. Within just 2 years of the time, we could come to so much of massive transformation. And that is a power. So you start somewhere, but you reach somewhere else. And book club is one of the initiative which got out as an accident. We never thought book club will become so big, to be really honest. We always wanted to create a playground for people where people can practice learning. We wanted to do that, but we didn't know how. So we started kind of a growth club or book club on January and February. We started that to offline, online, both together. And after pandemic, we continued until today we run the book club. So that is how we started. So people who don't have an idea, you can maybe reach back to me or Karthik for more details about it. Okay. So coming to my talk, in fact, Divya's daughter, what is her daughter's name? I forgot. Abhisri, if I'm not wrong. Yeah. So she was talking about Shark Tank. In the Shark Tank, what happens? You basically pitch your idea to the investor, and investor listens to your idea. He talks to you, you negotiate, and investor puts the money to your idea. Okay. So today I'll share you what are those qualities investor looks with you. I'll go more deeper into that. So there's a guy called Sanjeev Bikachandani, who is a Naukri.com founder, who is a founder of InfoEdge, who is an investor in Zomato, who has also invested in Policy Bazaar, the story which I shared last week, the Policy Bazaar story. So this is a guy who invested in Policy Bazaar. And he talks about 4 qualities. These 4 qualities he actually sees within a person before he invests. The first quality, before you go to him, you need to make sure you need to have a deep customer insights and solving an unsolved problems. So he always mentions whenever you go to your customer, whenever you are in the market, you need to solve something unsolved, and that problem you're solving for that customer, and you need to have insight of it. How many problems you're solving and what kind of problem, what kind of magnitude and impact the problem is giving to your customer. And ultimately, focusing on the customer and the problems will give you the whole output. So there's the first quality he sees. Your solution, your problem statement or your work, is it solving some unsolved problem for the customer or not? And that is how you can relate how PM is solving some problem, how Growth Express or how Karthik, Sahana, all of us are contributing somewhere else to solve some unsolved problem. The second thing, he always says, dream big, but start always small. Starting small logically always give you less loss. See, imagine what you can think here, if I start so big, I invest 20-30 lakhs in the start, you might fear कि यार इतना बड़ा investment, मैं loan भी ले लूं, मैं घर को गिरवी लेके loan ले लूं या फिर किसी से borrow कर लूं. Maybe even if you lose 30 lakhs. But imagine you start small. What is starting small? Going live in YouTube tomorrow is starting small. What is the worst thing will happen? People will laugh. That's all. आपके पैसे नहीं ठुकने वाले, 10 लाख नहीं जाने वाले, 5 लाख नहीं जाने वाले. The worst thing can happen is people will laugh. What is our starting small is, if you like talking, if you want to impact people, if you want to see if your communication is effective, come to the book club and speak across unknown people. Starting small, what do you lose? Nothing. You're not even losing even single penny. Think about it. So that is what he says. Wherever you are, start small, but dream big, because that will keep you in the game for a longer period of time. The third quality, customer money is more important than investor money. I repeat, this is the most powerful statement I heard with him. Customers' money is more important than investors' money. Before you go to any investor, if customer is paying your products and services, and the customer is availing your services regularly, no investor will say no to you. That is the key. So if I want to invest in anyone's idea, if he is investing in anyone's idea, we just see how many people need it. And if people are paying also to get that product or services, then who is he? He can't do much, right? He can only invest by seeing the trajectory. And that is what he looks for. Customer money is always most important than an investor money. The fourth one, can that person persist for a longer period of time? I think this is one of the best thing I heard with him, because he tells before he invests, he wants to see whether that person has handled rejections or not. Can he stay in the game for a longer period of time? Why should I invest 20 billion or maybe $1 million, $20 million, $20,000 if I can't have faith that person will stay in that thing for a longer period of time? And that is where the persistence comes. Imagine, see, all these qualities, what I'm telling to you, it will help you in a corporate career as well. If you're in any career you are, if you want to see your manager to have faith in you, you just see whether you have this kind of qualities. Are you customer centric? Are you solving problems which is not solved? And can you persist for a particular problem and ultimately get it done? So just to repeat all of these 4 qualities: Deep customer insights and solving unsolved problem is the first point. Second is dream big, but start small. Third is customer money is most important money than investors' money. The fourth one, can you persist for a longer period of time? Before I end my talk, he again ends very, very good quote. He tells, actually doing a business or doing an entrepreneur or whatever you want to do is a good thing. Don't quit. You are a failed entrepreneur only if you quit. You're a failed entrepreneur only if you quit. So don't quit. Keep on going on whatever you're doing. So thank you so much, Nasir, for giving me opportunity. Over to you.
Yeah, amazing, Kiran, as always, and very important learning. So all those who are inspiring entrepreneurs, they can learn. And I wanted to interrupt you before you start your talk to show one dialogue, but I was on mute, so I'll show that dialogue anyways. So once you explain the PIM thing, right? So I wanted to show this dialogue. आप convince हो गए? एक मैं और बोलूं. And then for you, it's not like what you do with this book club. So overall, not related to specific today's talk. मैं history बनाना चाहता हूँ from Scam 92. So the dialogue is very long, so I was not able to capture. So I have a video for you.
Oh,
Hope it's audible.
देख मैं हिस्ट्री बनाना चाहता हूँ और हिस्ट्री ऐसे ही बनती है लोगों के साथ लेकर चलना पड़ता है.
Is it audible? The video is audible?
I think it was not clear. Yes.
I don't know. It will take my laptop sound, right? I don't need to select any other option.
When you share screen, you have option to check the sound. You have a checkbox. From Zoom, if you can share. You have to stop screen sharing. I'll just stop it.
Okay.
Okay. When you share, click on share.
Yeah.
You have share sound option at the bottom left.
No, I am not. I don't have. Advanced sharing options is there.
No, bottom left.
Click share screen. When you click share screen, you'll see a pop-up.
Oh, okay, okay. Share sound. Okay.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
देख मैं हिस्ट्री बनाना चाहता हूँ और हिस्ट्री ऐसे ही नहीं बनती लोगों को साथ लेकर चलना पड़ता है. मैं 100 ऐसे लोगों की सेना बनाना चाहता हूँ जो अपना 100% देने को तैयार है. फिर अपन 1001% हिस्ट्री बनाएंगे.
Hope it was audible.
Absolutely. I was really honored. Amazing. बिल्कुल हिस्ट्री बनाएंगे.
Shashi is there.
Yeah, Nasir.
ECW learnings. So very excited to hear from you. Over to you, Sashi.
Thanks, sir. Hey, hi everyone. I will be always love to see smiling faces from the larger crowd here. Happy to see everyone. Okay, today's my topic is learnings from the ECW workshop. It's been more than 4 weeks that we had gone with a lot of learnings on what is a human behavior and human needs, lot of stuff. And it is a very, it's not, it's very crazy to put these many learnings in a 3 minutes time frame. It's very difficult here. So for that, I just wanted to give a smaller theme, which is happened today in my company. So the theme was, why do we require the effective communication in our life? That is a very important. So we got a lot of questions. So where do we can able to apply this communication? That's a very bigger challenge here. So today we have a directors meetings is happened today in my office. So my team lead, my manager, and one of my senior has attended that directors meeting, and they have discussed a lot of projects, and management wants to take up a lot of new projects and a lot of responsibilities within our team. Now the problem was, now the discussion has completed and everything has completed. Now our team has already joined the meeting, and we just wanted to see what is the discussion went in the meeting. Now one of my senior has started the discussion. Hey, we have a very bad news today. and we are getting a lot of projects, and we don't have any other option. At any cost, we need to do. This is the major problem that we are facing right now. And he started saying all the stuff. So do you think in the meeting, we have the 30 plus people are there in the meeting. So do you think the people will listen to this talk? And do you think people get motivated by here? Now, after my team lead has joined in the call, now that guy has shut his mouth and he's not talking anything. And that person has started, hey guys, we have a very good news today. I thought, what this guy is saying, that my senior is saying that there is certain bad news and lot of responsibility, lot of workload, but my manager and my team lead guy is coming, hey, good news. I'm curious, okay, let me see what this guy will say. Hey, good news. Finally, we are getting a lot of projects from our customers, and it's good. Our management has recognized our efforts to be one of the best team, and our management team that our team only can able to do this work. Such an amazing thing, right? He said, oh my God, person can able to manipulate the things like this. But at this point of time, I got a lot of motivation to work. And all the team people, they said, yes, we can able to work. And people have started discussing about what are the technicalities of the project, all the stuff. If you see the difference between my senior talk and my manager's talk here, the work will be the same, and we at Telecom, we need to do the work here, but there is no option here. But my initial team senior said, hey, bad news, and we need to do the work. This is the bad thing. Everything was happening here. But this has been manipulated by manager and my team lead, which is current. He said, hey, good news. Our team management has recognized our effort, a lot of stuff. The team has like cheated up here. If you see, the content is the same, but how we are communicating to the team is make a lot of difference here. And one of the major things that I understood from my manager was, so there is a certain communication with me and my manager. It's been a little longer back time. I say I have certain technical challenges in one of my current project. I went back to my manager and said, hey, I have a couple of the challenges. I have a lot of issues are there in my project. Now my manager has listened all the stuff here, and he asked me to rephrase one key word here. Instead of a problem, can you replace it with a challenge? No, he asked me to repeat the same sentence again. No, it has happened with my manager and one of my mentor also. These are one of the major learning. Now, I have a problem. This is a simple word. Now, I wanted to manipulate this word again. I have a challenge here. So what is your subconscious mind is saying when you have a problem? What is your subconscious mind is saying? The same thing. I have a challenge right now. What is your subconscious mind is saying right now? So there is a lot of things. Communication is not something like going to the stage and taking the mic and saying something. It's not something like that. Communication is something that how you are communicating to the larger crowd and how you are communicating with your subconscious mind. That's what I just wanted to have a smaller picture on the theme of the ECW workshop, and over to you, Nazir, here.
Thank you, Sasi. Very important, communication skills, how we communicate. So for you, I just share the dialogue straight. दिमाग और दिल जब एक साथ काम करते हैं तो फर्क नहीं पड़ता है दिमाग कौन सा है और दिल कौन सा. Next, I think Nikhila is, if she wants to go next, if she is available, she can go next. Learnings from a movie.
Nikhila, you have to unmute.
Sorry, I was speaking on mute.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, hi everyone. So today I'm going to talk about a story that I have watched in the last week. So the story is mainly revolves around the two brothers who lost their father. So the elder one is so courageous, and then younger one seems to be a little bit naive, or I would say less confident person, and he used to fear for doing things. So the story, one day while they were playing, they will get to know that the younger one has a magical powers within him. So with that, they will get a chance to meet his father, and to meet his father for one day. If they find or if they solve some puzzles, and if they find one kind of gem. So the story revolves around this, how they are going to find that gem and what are the challenges that they are going to face, and how are they going to support each other. So as I said, that elder one is very courageous person. In that whole journey, he takes the part of a leader, and he always encourages his younger brother to take up every challenge and go to the next step. So I will talk about one challenge. So where they will, so there are two ways here, and there will be a no bridge. So what they have to do, they have to think that they have to use magic so that they will find that unseen bridge. So if he has to cross that whole way, if he misses, then he will die. So what happened, that only his younger brother has to do. So in that scene, that elder brother, he says one dialogue. See, first they tried, he will tie rope to his he will tie rope to his hand, then ask him, okay, you should take that step with by believing that there is a bridge. So first he tries. What happened, he fell down. So then, but anyhow he has that rope. So his brother dragged him up and asked him, so now what you think, now you know what the worst can happen. You can believe in yourself and you can take the next step ahead. So from that time onwards, he put that next step with so much belief that he was able to cross that half of the bridge. But what happens in the middle of the bridge, that rope falls down, and that younger brother didn't know that. So but his elder brother is like, no, don't turn back, you have to move on. And then he go, and he was about to reach that other part. If he take one step, he will be there on the other side, but suddenly he turns back sudden. And then he was like, no, there was a no rope, how will I take that next step? Then he pushes himself and strongly took the next step. So the end of the story is, whatever thing we have to do, we have to always believe in what we are doing and take the step so that we can achieve things. So I want to share my screen. So there are so much sorry. Okay, the movie name is called Onward, and again I have watched it in Hotstar itself. So there were so with a little hope. So there was a saying that, so I would say, so he is the elder one and he is the younger one. So he is the one who always supports his brother. So yeah, with a little hope in our life, we can do anything. Sometimes you have to lose your favorite thing for your own good, and then take action before it is too late. So every moment with your loved one is unforgettable. So yeah, this is the one which I'm talking about. Believe in every step. Always be happy with what you have and believe in yourself. So losing loved one is difficult, and healing is a long process, but you have to move on. All you need to do is surround yourself with the people who can understand your pain and give you the space you need to recover. So these are the things, these are the quotes that I wanted to share with everyone here. And once again, thanks for this opportunity.
Yeah, thank you, Nikhila. So again, you have given a weekend movie topic. So,
Yeah, this is a nice movie. Yeah, we can watch it one time.
yeah, so it's a good learning as well. So it's time for your dialogue.
Yeah.
So कामयाबी और नाकामयाबी इंसान खुद ही चुनता है.
Yes.
Next, I think Shraddha is there. Shraddha, passion, all from my experiences. Yeah, so she wants to share passion from her experiences.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, Nasir. Yes. Hello, everyone. Actually, I'm joining book club almost after 1 month. I can see the whole picture and the flavor of book club has changed now, and I'm loving it. It's like too good. Nasir means I don't know what happened in the last book club, but it is too good. I'm loving it, enjoying it a lot. And about my topic, I would like to say, like, whatever talk we had today about passion, my talk you will find it is like a summary of whatever everyone has said. So every one of you know, like, I'm very much passionate about my YouTube channel. So almost about 2 years back, I have read a book on passion. So in that book, there was some 25 questions given. I answered all those questions, and then I realized and found that my passion is to create videos and to become an influencer. But today I'm not going to talk about that book. Neither do I will tell you anything about those 25 questions. Today I thought and decided that I will share whatever I want to talk about passion. I will tell what I learned when I started following my passion. So I have made means I have sum up the five in all my talk in 5 points actually. 5 points I want to tell about passion. So the first point is whenever this word passion comes into our mind, we think of it as something fancy, something artistic, inspirational, creative, means something which wows the people. But it is not always necessary and compulsory that passion should be something very big or inspirational. So passion can be very easy, simple. It could be we can be passionate about our mundane task also. Passion can be anything as big as becoming a millionaire to as small as taking best care of ourselves, our body, organizing our home, or cooking food for our loved ones. Passion can be anything which gives us immense joy and happiness. When we actually follow our passion, we directly, instantly go to the state of blissfulness in spite of the fact or without any approval or recognition from others. So this is the first learning, what I learned from passion. The second point I would like to make is if you really want to follow your passion, you have to become little mad and carefree. You may find it little silly or maybe sounds silly and filmy, but actually it is true. इट मीन्स कि जब हम बेपरवाह हो जाएंगे कि लोग क्या कहेंगे या लोग क्या सोचेंगे, तभी एक्चुअली हम अपने पैशन को पैशनेटली फॉलो कर सकते हैं. सो दैट इज द सेकेंड पॉइंट. यू हैव टू बिकम मैड एंड केयर फ्री, देन ओनली यू कैन फॉलो योर पैशन. The third point I would like to make is when you start following your passion, it is never ever necessary or compulsory that you will become perfect from day one. When you start pursuing your passion, when you start following your dreams, slowly, steadily, day by day, you will improve, and one day you will become 100% perfect, that is for sure. But it will never come on day one. It will take time. The fourth point I would like to say is people say that they don't have time to follow their passion. But the fact is, when we actually follow our passion, we get all the time in the world to do all the things, whatever we want to do in our life. Means n number of things you can do. If you see my life, I'm a full-time housewife, I'm a YouTuber, I'm a preschool teacher, I'm a drawing class teacher, I'm a yoga and what you say this meditation teacher for women here, and now I have started learning acrylic painting also. So n number of things, whatever you want to do, you can do, but you have to be passionate about that one thing first, because it gives you immense joy and pleasure, so that you can start creating time for yourself. And the last and the final point which I would like to make is when we follow our passion, it instantly gives us happiness, joy, and bliss, no doubt in that. But if we talk about becoming successful following our passion, that is a different story. And of course, we will become successful following our passion, but we have to keep this thing in our mind that we have to keep on keeping on. That is the one key if you really want to become successful following your passion. Yeah. So this is the summary of my talk, and I would say summary of all the passion talk which we have heard today. Thank you, Nasir. Over to you.
Yeah, thank you, Shraddha. And it was very inspiring. And I was like counting how many talents you have. So multi-talented person we have in our book club. So yeah, truly. So it's time for your dialogue now.
Yeah, I'm waiting.
कुछ करने के लिए कायदे की नहीं इरादे की जरूरत होती है.
True, very, very true.
Next, Rohit.
Yeah, hi.
Oh, sorry.
Hi, Nasir. Hi, everyone.
Yeah.
Myself, Rohit, and I work for some telecom company, one telecom company in Bangalore, and I'm having total 6 years of IT experience. So today I'm going to talk about this book called Start with Why. I think Divya's daughter, Abhisri, she has also talked about the same. So I just talk about the second chapter, that is carrots and sticks. So what it means, we have so many companies which are providing us the services, which are giving us some products, right? They have so many customers. If you ask them what values or product you are giving to the customer, they will not have a definite answer. If you ask them why your customers are customer, they will not have a definite answer. All the assumptions they are making, they are flawed. Either they are flawed or they are not proper. Why is it so? Then how they are doing those work, how they are selling the product or service to the customer? By doing two things: manipulating and inspiring. So there are two ways in which you can inspire, you can manipulate the human behavior. One is by manipulating, one is by inspiring. So in today's talk, I will be covering only first one, that is how companies or organizations or the politicians, they manipulate us to do to get something that they want. How this manipulation work? First, it works by the fear. So fear is the great factor which drives our actions. So if, let's say, one day in a TV ad, one doctors comes and say that I recommend this toothpaste. If you give this toothpaste to your children, they will not have the cavity or something like that. And one next day, what you do? You will try to buy that product. That is fear-driven approach. Fear-driven approach to manipulate your behavior. Second is peer pressure. So that is something very, very common in today's world also. If your friend is having an iPhone, if your colleague is having an iPhone, you will also try to match that label to buy the iPhone, right? If your friend is going to some certain college and he's or she is having some fancy car or something like that, you will also try to do that. You will not ask you why you are going to buy this, even if you don't have money. You will try to do that because that's peer pressure, that's peer branding, and that simply works by doing some showing something which is not necessary for you, but you want just for the because of the peers. If you say why these celebrities are getting so much of money from the companies by endorsing their product, and why people are buying it? Simple, because you think if this celebrity is buying, that means this product must be good, and I should also buy because my neighbor is also buying, right? That is peer. Third one is novelty. So novelty means creating something new, right? Very often people or the companies, they don't distinguish between, they get confused between novelty and innovation. So innovation is something which lasts longer, which provide value, which provides which create long run impact on the society. Whereas novelty is something which just some added some new feature are there which are not required, which are just basically one layer on the existing product. So let's say for example, there is new phone is coming, let's say iPhone or something like that. That product will be most probably the same as the previous version, right? They will just add couple of things, or maybe they will remove some headphone jack or something like that, and they'll give it to you, and you will buy it, right? That is not innovation, that is novelty. And that's how companies drive. They say that buy this iPhone, buy this product, this is really good, buy this product, this is good, this is having this brand new screen, and this screen size is bigger or something like that. I'm giving just one example, right? There could be many, and people buy it because they think that's new. That's not innovation, right? There is very good story about the iPhone and AT&T. So actually I came from telecom background, so I know lots of these things. So I just share you one story. Many years ago, before iPhone came, this telecom industry defined, like Nokia, Ericsson, AT&T, or Verizon, they define how our telephone will look like. What will be the architecture of telephone? How this, all this design and architecture will look like. One day, iPhone came and they said that now I will define how this phone will work, how the architecture will be. And then no one listened except one company, that was AT&T, because they believe that iPhone or the Apple, they are doing proper innovation. And rest is the history, right? We all know, right, how iPhone has created the impact in the society, and how iPhone is driving the mobile phone market, right? So that is basically innovation. That is not novelty. So there are three things that I talked. One is fear, that drive, that manipulate the human behavior. Other is peer pressure. Third is novelty. In the next talk, I will be covering how great leaders manipulate, or great leader inspire other to do or to get what they want, right? So basically that is called inspiration. That I will be covering in the next book club. Thank you. Over to you, Nasir.
Yeah, thank you, Rohit. So after listening your talk, I'm really not sure whether the dialogue will go with your talk. So that's all the challenge with the topic. So let's see anyways you like it or not. भाई ने बोला करने का मतलब करने का.
I think it's some of it. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So I think next Srikanth is there. Srikanth want to talk about machine learning. Srikanth?
Yes, finally.
Yeah.
Crying in the background, telling Kiran like Nasir is telling time up. He's not letting me talk. So, all right. I want to talk about convolutional neural networks and how your brain synapses work with your neurons, right? So this is actually a really interesting topic. So, okay, don't feel bad. So I'm not going to talk about it. I can see all the faces turn black, right? Let's come back to the main topic. Maybe I'll introduce about myself. Okay, so I am Srikanth. I am a philanthropist, PhD in psychology, and I am an animal scientist. Okay, so these are all lies, as you all know it. So I'm a continuous learner for a truth. So right now, what you guys are feeling, right? So when I'm making all this comedy and parody, so that's called happiness. So that's what I'm going to talk about today, right? So please don't be sad. At least while I'm talking about this topic, act like you're feeling happy, so that I'll feel like my content is delivered to you guys, right? So the reason why I chose this topic is, so there are many people who are talking about passion, right? Your dreams, goals, time management, focus management, dress management, everything, like lot of things. So in this process, what happened is we forgot how to be happy, right? So you want, like, Rohit was telling, so you want iPhone 6, you get 6, and then you want 7, you get 7, and then you want 10, and then you want 100, right? It never ends. And then, like Karthik was telling, you need first hike, and then that hike is gone, you need next hike. Man, my hike is not enough. and then you need another hike. It never ends. And then your colleague gets one hike, even though you got one hike last month. Now you are not satisfied. You need another one in the month end itself because your colleague got another one, right? So it keeps on going, man. So what do you think is blocking the happiness in your life? For a second, let's forget about all goals, passion, dreams, everything. Okay, just what is blocking your happiness? Because all we are doing, all these things, passion, goal, and everything is for happiness, right? The satisfaction that comes here. End of the day, you should put your hand on your heart and you should feel satisfied and happy. That's what all about. So what is blocking? So what are the three emotions? Can you guess? Sorry?
Desire.
Greed. Desire. Okay. All right, I won't prolong more. Maybe I'll continue. So in my list, I have three. It's just like your professor in college. He will have 2-3 things in his list. Okay. Until you tell those 2-3 things, you are wrong, even though they are right. So similarly, I have 3 things in my list. So the first one is curiosity. Okay. So people usually tells curiosity, you should have it, right? You should have the curiosity to learn things. But I would say curiosity is the first thing that kills the happiness. The reason, I'll tell you a small example. You might be working professional and your colleague or your team lead is having a call with some of the parties involved in the project, right? So you will have a lot of curiosity, like, why did they not add me? Am I not part of the project? So they are ignoring me now. I'm useless in the project. They're treating me like that. I'm going to ask this guy, hey, why didn't you add me to the project? Then you realize that it's some team lead sync up or something, right? But then you already, given the words, like, you didn't add me to the call, this is not good. So damage has happened. And it's not just this with your friends, right? So they'll be texting someone, they'll be doing something, we'll be having curiosity, we'll try to barge into their private space. So all this happens when you have, unnecessary curiosity, more like. So when you do this, the disappointment comes in, right? And the second one is expectations. Actually, this is supposed to be in the zero list before one, because the one thing that stops us from being happy is expectations. It never ends, man. It never ends. So like, I had one monitor here and then I wanted to have 2 monitors, and I was having 15-inch monitors. Then I got 32-inch, 2 TVs actually. Now I had one in vertical, one in horizontal. Now I'm feeling like, dude, if I had 49-inch monitor from this end to this end, it would be awesome. So, this is the expectation that we have in life, right? So you need to understand where you should stop for certain time, right? So you do workout every day, you eat food every day. It's not like you start at 12 p.m. and then you eat until 6 p.m. Correct? You will have a certain amount of food, you will eat, you will wait until you are hungry again. So you shouldn't eat immediately. It won't go in and it won't be healthy. Same for anything in life. So don't take overly, right? The things which are in your life, take them in limit, take a little bit gap before you go to the next one. And the third one is anger, obviously. So someone, asks you something, maybe you are in the book club call, your parents or your kid, someone will come in between the video, you'll be like killing them with your eyes. With one look, they will burn just like that, right? Or you will wait for this call to end. Nigundi. So I'll come there and why you are coming in the middle of the call like that, right? So all these things we will tell everything angrily, and then your mom might say, I'm going to bed, so I thought you might need some water, so I brought it. Your kid might say, daddy, you are not spending time with me, so I just wanted to spend a couple of minutes, so I came in. And then you'll feel bad, but then you already said your things. Now they are feeling bad, right? So these things stop us from happiness. On top of this, right, all these things being said, no matter how interesting it is, how fun it is, end of the day, you guys will leave the book club and you'll forget tomorrow morning, I know. So there is one simple trick for this. So whenever you feel unhappy, like you are not getting what you deserve, compare yourself with what you are in the past. Maybe past 1 month, maybe past 6 months, go until past 6 years, right? 1 month, 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, and then 6 years. The reason is, when you look at it that way, you can see the growth that has happened, right? When you stand here and when you look forward, there is always the path to walk. And when you once turn back and look at how much you walked all these years, you would know how much you gained. Then you will find a reason to be happy. that you become a senior engineer, that you become a better person, better mother, better father, maybe better lover also, right? So all these things will happen when you look back, maybe financially, in your career, in your education. So people who are learning little bit of things every day, so look at the things you learned over the week. So then you realize that there is a growth in your life, and you don't need to compare yourself with anyone who is getting hikes, because you are going in your own journey, right? So this is simple secret of happiness. So it's called backward happiness curve. So instead of looking forward for the happiness, just look backward about what all the things you got over the way, and you will still feel happy. So that's pretty much it what I want to share. So thanks for keeping up happy faces even though you all feel so sad and boring and want to break your laptop. Thanks.
I'm laughing. Thanks, Srikanth. So good that we had your talk. So your dialogue. So हर कहानी का हैप्पी एंडिंग हो सकता है अगर सही वक्त पर एंड कर दो. Next, I think Apoorva, you can go next. So why Miracle Morning she wants to talk?
Yeah, thank you, Nasir. I'll quickly share my screen. Okay, hope it is visible. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. So hi all. So I always had this book, Miracle Mornings, and I never thought of reading it. Okay. Yeah. So I always had this book in my at my place, and I never thought of reading it because I always thought, like, what's wrong in my current routine? I wake up at 6 a.m., I exercise for 45 minutes, I start my day caffeine free, and I have my breakfast at 8:30 and start my day at 9. So I didn't find anything wrong in my current routine until I had so many things left for which I couldn't find time for. So some of the things are listed here. The list is quite long, but some of the things are like meditation, reading, reflection, like self-reflection kind of thing, or yeah, we can just take it as a reflection on the career, on the various areas of our lives, and setting goals. Every week, we want to try something new. We do make a plan, but we never follow it. So that is the part of setting and evaluating goals. So I found like I never had really time to do these things. So how it was affecting me? Might be I was postponing everything. Like okay, this week nahi hua, so I might be take up next week, and there was no real involvement. So the very nice example is meditation. You just sit fancily, you like bring on the music and you actually tell yourself ki, okay, I'm meditating, but actually there is no real involvement. Then it is a lack of satisfaction ki, okay, I had like 15 minutes ka meditation, but was it really affecting me? So it was not, because I was just trying to meditate. So it doesn't work like that way. And ultimately just being unhappy, like okay, you have wasted 20 minutes, or you would have done something useful or something household in that 20 minutes. So it was all affecting me this way. So these are the two of the quotes from the book Miracle Mornings, which are, I think, worth a thought, which is you have to get up every morning with determination if you are going to bed with satisfaction. And the second one is to make profound changes in your life, you need either inspiration or desperation. So in my case, it's both. Okay, so moving ahead, how do we change the situation? So here author gives us one formula of savers, which means silence. Silence can be in the form of meditation or in the form of anything which you like as a hobby or as art or anything, where actually we are focused into. Lesson 2 is affirmations. It could be a simple one-liner affirmation, whichever works for you. Lesson 3 is visualization. the author gives the technique of visualization also to create the vision board. I am more interested into vision board because it's again art and craft kind of activity. So visualization can be interesting. Then the fourth thing is exercise. Anything, but it should be regular. Fifth lesson is reading every day. Not like book club ke pehle talk hai, so you're just going through the entire book like I used to do. And the lesson 6 is scribbing. So it is basically writing a journal or just writing your experience or how was your day in short, or just to express your feelings. So I am actually looking for the results awaited after I start following the savers routine religiously. And I think we can take up this into a few weeks after, where I can give you the results and how my journey was. So thank you for now. Over to you, Nasir.
Yeah, thank you, Apoorva. So it was good learning from this session, from your talk. So in interest of time, I'll quickly share your dialogue. तो किसी बड़ी खुशी के इंतजार में हम ये छोटी छोटी खुशियां के मौके खो देते हैं.
Very true.
Yeah, so I think all are done. If I have not missed anyone, as per the list, only Somakshi is.
Somakshi is not available. No, I think we can take her next week.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Great. I think before we get it done with, we'll quickly take the photograph. I know it's already 10:48, so we have some informal discussion quickly, guys. If you have your book in hand, you can bring your book and switch on your video camera. And this is the most exciting part, where you are showing the book and promoting. So whatever book you're reading right now, or if you want to promote any book, you just bring, show.
Yeah.
If you are there, do switch on your camera with the book.
Kiran, if you can switch on my video.
Just a
It
second.
is showing host as stopped. Yeah.
Huh.
Okay. Just give me a moment. I'll also bring my book.
Awesome. So people who are listening to us, if your bandwidth is fine, if you can switch on the camera with a book, do switch on. Dilip Chacho, आपको वो blur, background blur हटाना पड़ेगा video option में. हाँ. To wait for Divya. Divya is not here. Venki, Keshav, Vinod, Surbhi, Saundarya, Vaishnavi, Balaji, Shri, Ambika, Priya, Satvika, Hima, Puneet. If you guys are hearing, you all can bring one book and share in the screen. Karthik will start the countdown and then click a pic.
Yep. Okay. All ready? Guys, you ready to go for dinner? I see some. Okay, I'll quickly take 1, 2, 3, go. Okay, wait, hang on.
Srikanth, bring the book closer to the camera. I can't see a book. Maturity. Now I can see.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. Smile, go. Yep, done.
Awesome.